Welcome to the Batch Boys. We are boys who love the Batch. I'm Ryan S.
I'm Casey S.
I'm Daniel B.
And I'm Jake C.
And we are the Batch Boys. Boys, should we toast to week 8 of The Bachelorette, the hometown dates with JoJo and Chase and all those other guys.
And their tasty families.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real
Delicioso.
treat to witness, wasn't it, boys?
Mm-hmm. It sure was. I think my favorite part
Brian,
about...
Oh, God.
Could I
Please, no.
could I interject for a minute? Can I talk to you on this side of the table real quick without those guys there?
Do you mind giving us a minute?
Thanks.
Sure, what's going on, Case?
I mean, he had all night to talk about this.
I have headphones in. I can hear them.
There's just some rumors going around that I'm a part of another. Well, someone's roommate told me that I'm a part of another podcast, and I just wanted to let you know that I love you, and I would never be part of another podcast.
He said he's being part of another podcast. There's chatter in the world that he's a part of another podcast.
Oh, is that what he said? He said maybe...
I thought you guys were out of the room.
I have headphones
If you could go back
There's
out
a
of the
microphone
room.
right by
I
your
just
mouth.
repeated what you said to them. There was a lot of elements there. And it was in Us Weekly.
Look, it's just when we were back in my hometown of Texas, I didn't get to say all that I wanted to say to you, so I just felt, I'm crossing two guys here.
And you
Making
also-
one
Yeah.
big amorphous
You
guy.
also
I
regretted,
noticed.
and he also really deeply regrets not being able to introduce all of us to his estranged brother, who's a much more successful podcast host than him.
Aaron Stolberg.
Aaron, clean hands, Stolberg.
So should we not talk about Aaron then? That's off limits?
No,
No,
let's
we can as long as we blur him out.
Okay, cool.
So
So
we can keep talking about him.
all right. So I'm not going to talk about Aaron, and I promise Aaron won't come up, and I will never say Aaron again.
I'm going to look up whether or not we're allowed to say Aaron, and if the internet tells me no, you will have just heard some fat bleeps audience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's how seriously we take legal, stuff on this show.
No, see, I didn't mean to impede the progress of the show, guys, but I just wanted to do what ABC does to us every week, which is impede the progress of the show.
And when they impede, all we can do is capitulate.
Exactly. It's all we can do, Jake. That's a great vocab word. Did you get a lot smarter because you put on glasses?
Well, I don't need my eyes to talk, but the glasses sure help me walk the walk.
Glug, 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 glug.
Jake.
Should we talk about the show?
I think
you
they're
have
having
such
a
a
private
great
moment.
laugh.
Are we out of the room now? I think so. But it was a
So,
great
The
week. Yeah, it was
Bachelorette.
The Bachelorette. It was a great show. Right? We all like The Bachelorette.
Yeah, if it were about half
seen
an
It's,
hour.
it's my
episodes.
second favorite podcast that I do.
Stop talking about the other podcasts. I knew you
can't.
still had feelings.
There's so much chatter in the world.
All the Casey fans are going to defect.
True.
As
Yeah.
a front runner.
As a front runner on the Batch Boys, Casey has priorities. He has allegiances to another podcast, and he's, quote, not here for the right reasons. That's a quote by himself.
From JoJo.
It's true. It starts with an ellipsis, but it's a quote nonetheless.
Yeah, there's things that came before, but we just excluded those words.
Yeah.
So The Bachelorette.
Yeah, which one do we want to go into first, boys?
Okay, so basically we're going to do a retrospective on all the hometowns because, as we all know, hometown dates are a very important part of the process.
And then at the end, we're going to rank them because, as a panel of Bachelor experts, we know what's best when you're bringing home, your lady or your man to meet the folks.
Yeah, well,
Absolutely.
me and Jake are regular statisticians these days. I'm trying to do that flippy glasses thing that
I've
people
had
do in
glasses
movies.
for 2 seasons, and no one has once complimented me on my glasses.
Isn't this great?
I thought that was part of your face.
Yeah, I thought you just had like bags under your eyes.
I'm the only one
God,
with clear
it
eyes
is.
here, clearly.
Oh my God, Clear Eyes Dan never needed the assistance of frickin' glasses.
No, you'll never see them, ever.
Okay, so The
I will let it
Bachelorette.
happen. Oh, yeah, that
What
show.
is that?
Yeah.
It's a show? I like it. Let's talk about that.
I want to talk about my pick, Chase,
Yeah.
who was first up because he's
Still
a white
in the running.
stallion roaming through the fields of Colorado.
Well, he's no Robby. He's no front runner, but he is a good guy.
Look, I'm just saying, for another week, you guys laughed at me. You guys said Chase wasn't going to be here for long, but I'm telling you, I see real, actual things with them, which I don't see with Jordan Rogers or with swimmer Robby and sort of with Luke, but like only in like a weird like family reunion sort of love.
Look, I think the best thing. Look, we all grew to like Chase a little bit more this week, and I think
That's
for me,
true.
I disagree.
For me
I
personally,
like Chase a lot more.
We couldn't see that coming with our corrected eyesight.
Jake.
Oh, you guys. Get a room.
No, seriously though.
Yeah.
Chase, I doubted Casey. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like he's made it
shut
the
up.
furthest out of all of our picks, and he's totally there for the right reasons.
He was
so
crying with
yeah.
his mom.
Well,
Crying.
here's what I'll
So
say.
cute.
Here's what I'll say. The thing I like about Chase the most is everything he's become coming from a broken home and doing them in spite of his father and being a child of divorce, and how he was willing to throw his own father under the bus like to the rest of his family.
That was shocking.
after he had like a really pleasant lunch with them before.
Hashtag divorce makes you strong. Hashtag break the cycle.
I mean, everyone's
Hashtag rise above. And
hashtag catch 'em all.
yeah.
I think, I mean, everyone's got to have their story, though. That was just ABC's angle on him. You know, with Jordan, you got the famous older brother that is
Estranged brother.
Estranged, you know. With Luke, you're secretly the kid that played Walt Jr. in Breaking Bad, trying to make his foyer back into TV and pulling French fries out
my
of the
God.
creases in your forehead.
Guys, I just had a crazy realization. Do you guys know the band 21 Pilots?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, we
They're
know
the
song.
best. They have this song where the guy goes, "My name's Blurry Face." Do you think their lead singer is Aaron?
Oh,
He's blurry face.
Dude,
I'm
I
just
think
saying,
all
I
the
don't- I don't
21
know. That does
Pilot
sound pretty
fans and
stupid.
Batch fans
All
out there, the
21
ones that are
of their
both,
their
are going to
fans.
really like that joke.
Here's a question for you: is Aaron what they call the football guy? Because I don't know what that. Or are you just saying that because fun?
Rogers Plus?
Yeah,
Pay
Rogers.
dollars to upgrade to Rogers Plus
real
with no
sugar.
ads.
Real
No ads.
No,
premium.
Premium Rogers.
yeah, Rogers Red.
Ooh, yeah, paying for something you don't really need.
Mm-hmm. Yes, nice, nailed it, got him.
Yeah, unless you like.
Is that a thing though? Is that a sports thing? I don't
No,
know. Do I
that's
not know
us
sports?
thing.
No.
No.
Oh, good.
It's just because like Aaron has 2 A's in it.
Good, I like that. Ha, ha, ha,
That's
ha,
pretty
ha.
funny.
Yeah, I'm
Almost
up on
as
that
funny
bit.
as Chase's parents being split up. You know, my parents divorced when I was 8 years old, and I could really relate to this, and it made me realize, oh, like this guy actually is real, and to me, he feels like the most real guy. So it's a shame he's going home next.
Because up until this point, you thought he was
Robbie's
CGI.
going home.
No,
Robbie's
no.
going home.
No, he's not.
Let's save that for the end.
Anyway, the thing also, Chase, I liked Chase and his dad because they both like were clearly related because they were both unreadable men who were just completely stoic. And at one point, Chase's dad says to Chase, he was like, "Hey, you seem really happy. Are you happy?" Yeah, because he couldn't read his own son.
Was that after they kicked JoJo out into the snow?
Yeah, probably.
Go play.
But not before he kicked his own dad to the curb and then said to the cameras that now he got to spend time with his mom and the rest of his family that he's actually close with. What did he actually?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Or no, my closest members of my family that mean most to me. Right after he left his dad.
Including his brother-in-law. More than his dad.
He said his brother-in-law's name first before he said his sister's name. That was strange.
That is
Did you
weird.
guys
Well,
think
that's a brotherly bond.
Well, you know what was kind of weird though is like everybody in this show or this episode introduced their parents by their first names. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I call my mom and dad, not, you know, it's so great that JoJo got to meet Ray and Amy.
I didn't notice
Ray.
that at all.
That's like what you call your stepdad. I wonder if they're secretly all step parents that have been hired to come on the show by the sadists.
Hashtag all parents are step parents. You heard it here first.
I'd like to propose something though, you know, because this is a week all about families, and families are very important to all of us here at the Batch Boys.
Should we call our
Everyone
moms?
was crying at Chase's, and so I would like to propose a house name, much akin to Game of Thrones for Chase's house. It's just, it's called "Crying Is Not Our Style."
I got one.
right?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I was gonna go with like Gryffindor.
or "Crying Is Not Our Style," because you got to think about Game of Thrones, because like the phrases.
Yeah,
underneath
but
that.
like Gryffindor is like, you know, like
Or what
Harry
Chase's
Potter.
house.
What about
Gryffindor.
I love you means I'll be there?
Who said that?
Chase's sister.
Ooh,
They're talking
Oh.
about how I love you is more than a word.
I like that.
And I love you can mean many things.
No, but
like,
then they
I'll
said-
be there and others.
I think that would be cool for the one that more people know, but the secret real motto is just "Crying is not our style." Chase's family.
I think he's a Hufflepuff.
You're in the wrong kind of
I don't watch
show here.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I can tell you he's a Hufflepuff.
Ooh, that's a throwback to some OG unreleased Batch Boys episodes. We talked about this.
Hufflepuff?
No, you not watching Thrones.
Oh, no spoilies. I've not seen a single episode except for the one where the guy got his private parts cut off.
Is that the one where they go back to his high school and see all the footballs and stuff?
Speaking of which,
You can find out on the Game of Thrones boys.
or this next topic.
Jordan?
Yeah.
What a guy. Remember
Not
how?
really.
Yeah, true. I
Enough
actually hate him.
personality for the whole show. I like him. You know,
No, that's a stop.
No, here's all right.
He's such a liar.
I noticed something in watching Jordan, and that the entirety of his relationship and all he really wants with JoJo is just to push her into different walls
That's
around
true.
his hometown.
I've noticed that.
He just literally
and he
throws
makes
her into
sure
any
to
wall.
make sure nobody else is around in the library when they're kissing on school grounds.
That was so weird
Except
that
for
it
the
was,
cameras, of course.
it was like, okay, if you were in high school, I'd be like, okay, cool, bro. But he's like 28 and like made out in his high school's library with a girl he met on TV.
Well,
Guys,
he didn't have a steady girlfriend in high school, so
Yeah, and you can't-
17-year-old him would be like freaking out right now.
And the only girls he ever brought home to his parents weren't strangers.
That's true.
Which meant that
they
either-
were relatives.
you're related to him, right? That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
What the heck was that?
Maybe
Makes
him and Aaron had a really nasty breakup, and so that's why they're estranged, is because they dated in high school.
All I'm saying is the reason that Jordan is so fast is because he has webbed hands. So he can cut
sorry,
through the
what?
air much faster.
Yeah, but if he had had webbed hands, then the coach would have played him once. The coach that we met.
Yeah.
It was-
the JV coach.
Mom, dad, coach. Oh, wait, no, that was Swimmer
That was
Robby.
Swimmer
Yeah.
Robby. That was great.
Yeah, call me coach. There's nothing better than a father who wants his son's girlfriend to call him coach.
Jake.
Can we just
Daniel.
can we just quickly address how bogus all this stuff with Aaron seems? I really like they were really trying to drive home like it feels like they're using the Aaron thing to prove that Jordan isn't a good guy or is a good guy when it's obvious that he's not. Like they were like, there was these moments where they're like, oh, like see, like Jordan isn't just a product of his brother. Like he's not just something that his brother made him to be because
He doesn't
didn't
even like him.
he doesn't even have a brother. His brother abandoned him, and he couldn't have been that. And like,
It's the Streisand effect. I guarantee you if they went through the whole show without mentioning Aaron, no one would even be like, Jordan's nothing like his brother. He can't even go on a dating show like his brother.
Yeah, his brother's dating Olivia Munn. Goat.
His brother can look around and slam girls into walls before making them out. Why can't his younger brother do it just the same way?
Did anyone feel that like Jordan Rogers' mom was like a hired actor to play his
Oh.
mom? Because she was so, and like not a good actor. She was
The
unconvincing
whole
in her
family
like.
was really bizarre.
well, my favorite quote from her was she was like, "This could be your destiny.
Yeah, that was
she
weird.
could be your everything." So it was
so weird.
I was like, "Girl, you a Slytherin.
Wow.
Okay.
And get at me. I just finished the Harry Potter books."
That's why you got the glasses.
I mean, if there's ever, though, if you guys weren't convinced by the movie Concussion, I hope Diet Rogers' father would prove to you why football helmets really need to be fixed.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I got tackled on both sides of my head.
Welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth.
Independence Day, Concussion,
Coming to a
Bachelorette,
theater near you.
Thrones, Harry Potter. This is a very big episode for us.
We watched
Very
a lot
broad.
of TV.
Yeah.
We had a lot of free time this week.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I mean, everything about Jordan's family was fake except for Big Bro. Kind of felt like an episode of Friday Night Lights.
I don't
stepping
know.
into that
I
house.
just felt like, yeah, everything felt weird. And they were like, "Jordan, you really think you're ready to be engaged?" He was like, "Sure."
He was like, Psh.
Yeah.
Really? His brother seemed very shocked by that.
My mom pointed something out to me. Amy, my mom. So she told me, she's like, look for this when you're watching the episode. She said, every time Jordan says "I love you" or he kisses her, he immediately looks away and kind of puffs up his chest and starts walking somewhere
Oh,
else.
Yeah.
Right after. She's like, that's not a good connection. That's like, my mother, Amy, genuinely feels that he's here for the wrong reasons, and
I'm
he's trying
sorry.
to
It's
trot
just
around.
really going to keep confusing me if you call her your mother.
Sorry, my
just
stepmom.
Just say Amy.
My stepmom, Amy.
Well, to compound off of awesome Amy's, hear a little theory here. I think like actually while he does that, he's just like, I don't know. I think he's trying to be sarcastic. I think he's trying to put like a very little bit of sarcasm on his words that makes it okay when he like actually breaks up with her. He's like, no, if you look, she was like, do you love me? He's like, yeah, I totally love you.
Well, she
You know,
clearly.
if I could.
Go ahead.
I don't think it's sarcasm. I think it's sass. And I think he puts sass on all his words so he can justify his hippie walk. And I don't mean hippie like a beatnik. I mean hippie like very,
Lots of hips.
It's lots of hips.
I mean, everything about Jordan's physical personality is taught to him by his JV coach. Look both ways, then tackle. Swing your hips when you move. That's all JV.
Close your eyes in the shower.
Let's stop there. GA.
Daniel.
Ryan.
Hey, boys, what do you say we slip on some sunscreen and head out down to sunny old Florida for a minute?
I don't want to, because if I get there and Robby's standing there like, I'm going to scream.
But
because
he's wearing moccasins and he's only has the bottom button of his shirt button.
yeah, that was crazy, right? Who does that?
Robby. That's him.
Very metro.
So,
He's so metro.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be when you're a plastic Barbie Ken doll Justin Timberlake, and it's what he is. So I'm just throwing that out there.
He goes to the gym a lot to work on his smooth spot.
he's an inflatable boy. I like to think of him as an inflatable boy. Puffy in all the right places,
Yeah, but guys, we're ignoring the flagrant foul made by Robby, which is that he had a secret girlfriend at home the whole time. Daniel called it. It's obvious that he's lying, and he's still in love with this girl. What was her name? Hope. Her name was Hope.
For the record, this was in the season preview, so that's where I got it from. I don't want anyone to think
This was just a fabrication made by Alex, though. Alex, the roommate of Hope.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah, we're dropping names.
Step roommate.
That's right. Stepmate.
Yeah.
Well, like Daniel's mom, Amaze Me, thought...
Step Amaze Me
said about Jordan, I'm also starting to agree that I don't think Robby is here for the right reasons, because he said it himself a million times. I can't count the amount of times that he said, I may be like taking it out of context, but he did say, I'm not here for the right reasons. Whether it was like,
among other words.
she said, I'm not here for the right reasons. People think I'm not here for the right reasons. How can anyone not believe I'm not here for the right reasons?
You know what we
Ryan-
call those in the industry, fellas? Freudian slips.
Oh, take us to Psych
Daniel.
101, baby.
That's right.
Ryan, those are very common words that people use all the time. He did not take those words from anywhere else. Very common words.
I think I heard something. I think Michelle Obama said the same words in her 2008 speech.
Thank you for picking that up.
Yeah, I got
I'm very
you.
socially aware.
We're political right now, guys. Get with it. Rock the vote.
Guys, I
We
have a
no
theory.
stance, though.
It's been a
No
while.
opinion.
Bipartisan. Please like us.
It's been a while since I've sat at this table and I've told you guys one of my famous Batch Boys theories.
Okay.
But I have a little theory.
Oh, no.
We haven't got one of these
Are
like all
you
season.
boys fans of women's soccer at all? The women's national team?
To watch it?
I know where you're going with this.
Do you know where I'm going? Because
Hold on, let me catch this.
Oh, please.
Where you're shooting it, if you know what I mean. I think
Throw it.
Casey is trying to get at is that Hope Solo is Robby's girlfriend.
and her roommate Alex Morgan forward.
Oh, what?
Yes, I'm telling you, crazy.
Wow.
He was a former competitive swimmer. They may have met.
In the water or on land?
Wow.
And that's
Hopefully
why they
both.
were like hiding the names. Whoa.
Wow.
Trippy. If you know any professional U.S. women's soccer players or swimmer Robby himself, comment at thebatchboys.net. We haven't gotten
Hope
com yet.
Solo, come on this show and defend yourself. Okay?
Yeah, slap us in the face.
This isn't
we'll
just a
never
show.
talk to you again.
Hope Solo could easily beat any of us up. I think combined she'd still fight us
The big thing about Robby, though,
and win.
and that women's soccer,
Well, she has to, otherwise we'd be in the wrong to say so. Go on.
the big thing about Robby is that the least convincing part of him trying to say that he was over his ex was him being like, I'm never going to talk to her ever again, with like tears welling in his eyes. It was like, dude, you are so not resolved on this. Like, you are still in the like, I don't know. He still has all this like pent up, like, I don't know. I feel like you don't say that about someone you're not actively trying to get away from.
Well,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously an extensive history of trauma there. Why do you think he's not allowed to have shoelaces?
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Jake.
You does 2 for 2 on the nasty jokes.
Guys.
Oh, Jake.
mean-
I totally. Oh, go ahead, Case.
Well, as you say, he's. I mean, it's obvious to me that he's lying about it because at the end of the day, He sits there and he says, I've not once since I've been here thought about her once. It's like, dude, that's a lie. You're not supposed to say that. What you should say is, of course I think about her. She's my ex-girlfriend. But the reason I'm thinking about her is because I know that that wasn't right. And what I see with you is the opposite of that. He should reference that he's over her, not that he doesn't think about her. It's like,
Wow. Yeah,
no one's-
exactly.
No one's like
That's true.
perfect.
Casey,
Or-
he's killing it over here with the
That
emotional
is some
sentiments.
wise words, Case.
It is.
Good words
Let's
from you,
all
man.
give a little clap.
Okay, good for Casey. You're not going to get jealous if I say his name, right?
No.
Casey.
Me.
Hey,
Case.
I don't like this.
Ryan.
I totally agree. I mean, though it was really weird when he started going about how definitively he's like, I am never talking to her again. I mean, if I were JoJo, I would expect hopefully that a breakup would be handled with grace no matter the situation.
Exactly.
I understand certain things are unavoidable when two people that are fueled by passion collide, but that seemed a little bitter, and that's not a good
Exactly.
place of the heart to be coming from.
No, I'm
Well-
glad you picked up because
Yeah.
that was weird to me.
I want to throw it back to the 2010 U.S. men's qualifiers where Robby,
I could see it like
swimming in
yesterday.
lane 4, was passed by his then girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend, Hope Solo, as she ran out a 22.5 in the 50 meter free. I was going so strong there until I said mil. Oh, I
Was
know
she on
nothing about
land or in
swimming.
the water?
15 million meters she swam.
No, but I'm just saying it's clear that he was slighted by a better time. There's no way that you could be this upset with someone unless they beat you in the pool.
And
Or your stepdad.
Is Hope Solo also his stepdad?
I don't know. All I'm
Hashtag-
saying,
Hashtag all solos are stepdads, as evidenced by the new Star Wars. Am I right?
you
because
are right.
Ben
What?
Solo has kind of a
What?
stepdad because they're estranged. Spoilies.
I mean, Chewbacca's son, now call him real dad, but for a while was stepdad.
It was, yeah, they just
That's
called him
how it
Chewie
works.
for a while.
Chewie Jr. I want to throw a quick shout out to Robby's big old margarita glasses that they were all sipping out of.
Yeah.
And his big old family, too.
And his mom for giving the realest advice ever when JoJo was like, she was like, oh, what did she say? She was like, will I get hurt by Robby? And the mom was like, maybe.
Yeah.
That's how life works. You might. She was.
The parents always make me, it's a breath of fresh air on the
She
show.
kept it real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I missed though? The guacamole.
Oh, it's not Parents Week without the guacamole.
Where was the guacamole?
We gotta bring back the guacamole.
You gotta.
If you or any of your friends have Ben Higgins' dad's guacamole recipe, or Lawrence, was it Lawrence dad's?
It's Ben.
It was
Ben.
Ben's dad's guacamole.
Yeah, 'cause
Famous.
that's how he met his mom.
Right,
Yeah.
right, with the guacamole. Bring it on down to the Batch Boys studio. We'd love to make it with you. Send us a message, batchboys/connect.
Yeah. We want to start getting you more involved. If you made it this far, this might be a good time to plug it. We want to start working more of your guys' thoughts and opinions into the show. So please go to batchboys.net, write in. We're going to start doing more reader mail. We want to make that a segment here on the Batch Boys.
Get at us on Twitter and Insta. And listen to us talk about Luke.
We
Because
are
guess
all
what?
Batch Boys Nation. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I like Luke a lot now.
What? Oh, come on.
Oh yeah.
Ryan fell for it.
I fell for him. I was listening to him sputtle
Fake
garble
fan.
into her face, and I was like, wow, he's so handsome.
Ryan, if you want to hop on the bandwagon, that's fine. But let it be known I've been rooting for Luke. Rooting and tooting for that boy
Look,
Luke for weeks.
I've been rooting for him to win because I don't want him to be a bachelor. But honestly,
he was
if
low-key
they-
going to be my pick.
if they could play music like that around him, like that
Oh,
romantic
yeah.
freaking music,
Throwing
for a
out the
whole
licensed
season,
music.
I'd be like, that's my show, man. That was some of the most romantic television I've ever seen.
And did you see his grandpa's sweet fishing necklace?
Yes.
That's the best part of that family.
Oh, I think a good tell for Luke's chances of winning the show is that he also, too, has the baby walk, just like Lauren B. You know, when they were getting that sweet shot of him walking down by the train, he was staggering in his little skinny jeans, and he's doing the baby walk, just like Lauren B. after her fantasy suite last season.
Baby walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Lauren
B.
struggles
walked
to
like a
walk.
little baby.
You know. Can't see my feet,
She's
but I'm
great.
doing
We all love her, and we were all so happy for
Well,
her and Ben, but she does walk like a little
As
baby.
as we know, Luke is #just a veteran, so we do empathize with the fact that he might walk like a baby because
See,
of
little
something
baby
that
walk.
happened in his service.
Look, little baby walk. You see this?
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
He's walking like a little baby.
it. Oh wow, yeah.
Look at those little legs.
Look at those tiny little legs.
He does
Huh.
have exceptionally
gotta
For
see
small
this
all you
picture.
legs.
audio people,
We'll post it
and
on
people
Instagram
on
or
YouTube,
something.
a little baby walk. Yeah, I'll put a
We'll
clip
put it on
of this on
Instagram. Check out
YouTube.
Batch Boys Instagram for this photo because it's a baby walk.
Yeah.
But stay tuned for Jake's theory.
What?
Why don't you just tell
I
us now?
have a theory.
Just tell us now.
Wow.
All right. Well, now that you've stayed tuned, my theory. you ever hear the movie Cowboys versus Aliens?
Yeah.
Yes.
With Olivia Munn, Aaron Rodgers' wife.
Perhaps.
Guess what?
Aaron.
Guess what?
What?
The Aliens and the Cowboys got together. They made peace. They had children, and that became Luke's family. Half alien, half cowboy, because they had no real emotion.
And what was great about that too is they're still learning the language. You know, they struggle with English. It was really, really emotional watching them overcome their like basic vocab, the simple 3-letter words when they're something like, you know, Luke, where a normal person would say, "Hey family, I'm gonna go take JoJo over here. I would love some privacy. I'll see you all soon." It sort of came out a little bit as, "Hey family, I want to take JoJo out of here, over here," or something. And then the whole family goes, and then they little stumbled over.
Yeah, and
Well,
where
how about when Luke told his dad he loved him? He was like, "Dad, I love you." Or no, he just said, "Love you." And the dad said,
that's right.
"Yeah."
I want to throw a little something out here, guys. A little sprinkle of something. Girls like country boys, right?
Yeah.
I've been told.
Yeah. Our
Bad
country boys,
country boys.
it's like akin to if a tree falls in the woods and nobody hears it. If a country boy stays in the country, does anybody care?
Then he's just a boy.
Wow, mind blowing.
Yeah.
I don't think Daniel likes country boys.
And you
I
want
think
him
he
to
just
be the
likes
next
regular
Bachelor.
boys. He just likes country boys to stay in the country.
If you don't like
so they can
country,
be boys.
I don't get away from me.
You can take the
follow these
you can
guys on
take
Twitter. I don't
Daniel
care.
out of the country.
I don't want the country fans.
But
you
you-
guys have the country fans.
Well, you got country fans?
Yeah.
Howdy, y'all. If you're our fans from the country,
I'm really
Tweeted
good
us.
at impersonating a Southern person, and it's clear that I love them too.
See,
And they're cool music that tell great stories like, "I feel like a man when I hold her hand." Oh, big rhymes. Cool. We're 7 years old one time.
look,
Yeah.
Daniel, I'm sure a lot of our fans are into country music, and I love it just as much as they do. Right, guys? Remember our favorite singer, Kenny Chesney, and our other favorite singer, Carrie
Amos
Underwood?
Lee.
Amos Lee.
Amos Lee,
Lee.
our third and most important favorite singer.
Shout
but
out
the
to
point
Kayla.
is, Luke did great. He forgot to say he loved you, but he pulled JoJo aside at the rose ceremony in that sweet hangar where Chris Harrison was looking fly in front of several private jets. Great moment for Chris Harrison. Great airtime for Chris Harrison.
Yeah.
So who's going home?
Robbie, for sure.
Oh, I would love to see Robbie.
Chase.
I want Chase to stay.
He's way too head over heels. How do we rate the hometowns?
Okay.
I give Luke number 1. She was so all over him and gaga. It was like they could hear that music.
No, Chase.
Chase
number 1.
Chase.
Chase number 1 for sure. But
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't think you guys read JoJo's body language at all.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna elaborate.
Number
'Cause I
2.
don't think we have time.
Number 2. Jordan.
Number 2, Luke, because I picked Chase first, I think.
Yeah.
I picked Chase second.
I want to
Chase
commend...
first, then Luke, then
Okay,
Robbie,
I'll
then
give Luke that
I
one.
say Luke, Chase, Jordan, and Robbie
Yo,
just
Robbie
sucks.
had the worst.
Yeah,
I
Robbie
mean,
was
Robbie
all
had
that
a bad
drama,
one.
that was bad.
Yeah, but
Jordan's
I don't
was a
know,
little
the
drama
family
too, but the
was-
Robbie's was worse.
I don't know. I liked Drama Mama, and Robbie had a nice Drama Mama. I
Step
love me a
mama.
Yeah,
good,
but are we talking
I love
about
me a
in
good drama
terms-
step mama?
Are we talking about
Jake.
terms of relationship or in terms of like most enjoyable? Because if we're talking about in terms of like most enjoyable, I probably give it to Robbie too because I love watching that guy squirm.
No, we always want the right things for these people, you know. So I think it should be what was the best for their relationship.
I give it to Luke, Chase, Jordan. Robbie's going home.
Chase, and then the credit scene that looked like they were having fun too. Go ahead, Case.
Obviously, my pick is Chase, and he's who I thought was the best. But I do want to give Luke a certain bit of props for. I mean, you saw his truck. That's not a big truck, and he was able to load like 40 people into the back of that truck from the home depot and bring them down to this little prairie to pretend to be his family.
That's
So I
absolutely
thought
correct.
that was brilliant. I don't know how he crammed all those.
I don't know
young
how
folks.
he drove down that dirt road without getting any dirt on his truck.
It's very
I
impressive.
feel like that's the whole point of it, is to get a little mud on the tires.
I don't know anything, but I do know that ABC's keeping us waiting for the dramatic inclusion yet again. And guess what? You
The
got to stay
sadists.
tuned from it
The
from us
sadists.
because we don't have it.
So if you made it this far, it's clear you kind of like us or feel indebted to watch this show for some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, because those checks I'm sending
please-
you.
Please like us. No, this week we want to ask you to write in to be a part of the show. We really want to start doing these reader mail things. We want you guys to be a part of it because we're all batch boys or batch girls out there. Batch Nation
Batch Boys Nation.
is gender, whatever. And so you can follow us on Facebook to get notified. You can follow us on Twitter. Remember, we're posting the show on Wednesday mornings. Audio goes up Tuesday night late. So, yeah, thanks. And I unfollowed Kayla on Instagram because she's boring.
To Kayla.
And to looking forward to Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, double episode next
There's-
week.
Yeah, double
Yeah.
episode. It's all very
Next week.
exciting.
Here we go. Cheers.
We'll
Give
see
me some.
It was a lot to look forward to. Hashtag Batch Boys Nation. Hashtag all veterans are war heroes.
Good night.